You open your notes again. That idea is still there. It's been there for months. Start posting on social media, apply for that higher position, launch something on your own. And the frustrating part, you know it's a good idea. You've thought it through, there's a plan, you are capable of doing it. But every single time, it ends the same way. I'll start when I feel confident. You tell yourself you just need more time, more clarity, more preparation, so you close the notes again. Not because you're lazy, not because you don't care, but because you don't feel ready. A week passes, then another, and nothing changes. Sound familiar? I hear this all the time. I'm scared to start something new, I've never done this before, I want to, but I'm afraid it won't work. What if I just don't have what it takes? And underneath all of it, the same hope. Once I feel confident, once I feel ready, then I will begin. We genuinely believe that confidence is a state that eventually arrives by itself, after a good book, after a motivational video. But if we look at it without the romance, one thing becomes clear. Confidence never comes before action. Not by itself, not after the 100th motivational speech, not after you've analyzed everything and gathered all the data. That's simply not how the brain works. So what's actually happening? Inside you, there's a system, very old, millions of years old. Its job is safety. It doesn't understand career growth, starting a business, or public speaking. It understands only this: familiar, safe. Unfamiliar, risk. Until you've done something, your brain has no evidence that new isn't dangerous. It doesn't believe your arguments. It doesn't believe I'll be fine. It believes experience. We've done this before, we survived. We've never done this, then stop. So waiting to feel confident is like trying to negotiate with a system that doesn't speak your language. It speaks only one language: action. It's like standing at the edge of cold water and saying, I'll get in when it gets warmer. But the water doesn't warm up because you're thinking about it, or waiting for inspiration, or for the right moment. We've all done it, and we all know how it ends. The moment comes and nothing changes. Because confidence isn't an entry ticket, it's something you receive after you've already traveled at least one stop. Now, I'm not saying just jump in. Stop being scared, be brave. That doesn't work either. At the beginning, you don't need confidence. You don't even need heroic courage. You need willingness to take one small step, without guarantees. A step that might not give you a result, but will give you data. Oh, that's how it works. That didn't go so badly. That actually worked. And your brain ticks its first box. Let's be honest, we are not afraid of the action itself. We're afraid of what comes after. That it won't work, that we'll waste time, that people will judge us, that we'll try and fail. And then we'd have to admit, I tried and it didn't work. That fear paralyzes us more than the task itself. A small step isn't about do and achieve. It's about do and learn. Open a document and write 3 sentences. Put on your trainers and go outside for 5 minutes. Send one message. It's not all or nothing. It's let's see. And if it doesn't work, you haven't lost face. You've gained information. It may feel small, it may feel insignificant, but right now you are not looking for a result. You are looking for proof for your nervous system. Every time you take a micro step and nothing terrible happens, your brain ticks a box. We tried, we survived, and eventually your brain stops shouting, danger! It starts saying, we've done this before, we can do it again. That's confidence. But here's the trap. There's a voice inside that says, if you're gonna do it properly and perfectly. If you're going to start, make it impressive. A tiny step doesn't count. So we wait for the big move, the big result, the big confidence, which we don't have. Perfectionist trap. If you don't feel confident right now, it's not a diagnosis, it's not a flow. It simply means your brain doesn't yet have enough experience in this specific area. Not in life overall, not in your career, here, in this new space. And that's completely normal. You can't be confident in something you've never done. It's like expecting yourself to knit when you've never held knitting needles. Sometimes, to get unstuck, one question is enough. Not when will I finally feel confident, not what's wrong with me, but what is the smallest step I can take today? To show my brain this is safe. Think about it now. What could that be? People rarely come to me saying, make me brave. No. They say, I keep postponing things. I'm waiting for the perfect moment. I want to start, but I'm scared. And we don't begin with motivational slogans. We begin with one realistic micro step that's possible today. No force, no shame, just clarity. Because the brain doesn't need pressure, it needs evidence. So confidence doesn't come before, it comes after. After you've tried, after you've made a mistake and survived, after you've stepped into the unknown and realized you can breathe there. The only way to build it is to stop waiting and start collecting your own evidence, one small tick at a time. And if you recognize yourself in that endless I'll start when I feel ready loop, you don't need to eliminate fear tomorrow. Just choose one step, the smallest one, and take it. And if you want to work through this properly so you're not stuck in the same place for years, this is exactly the kind of work I do. I've left my details below. If this was helpful, give it a like, please, and subscribe so you don't lose track of the channel.